परम पूज्य ऐसी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद जी 1965 में अमेरिका गए थे और 1966 में उन्होंने इस्कॉन का आधिकारिक रूप से पंजीकृत किया, इनकॉर्पोरेट किया। आज हमारे लिए खुशी की बात है कि आज हम उनका अमेरिका में पंजीकृत किया जाने वाले इस्कॉन का 60वीं वर्षगांठ मना रहे हैं। 1975 में प्रभुपाद जी मॉरिशस आए थे और आज हम उनका 50वीं वर्षगांठ भी मना रहे हैं। इस विशेष अवसर पर एक इस खास डे कवर का उद्घाटन भी किया गया है। यह एक डाक टिकट संग्रह लिफाफा है। यह वैश्विक स्तर पर मना रहे हैं। इस अवसर पर मॉरिशस में इस्कॉन ने एक विशेष प्रथम दिवस आवरण स्पेशल डे कवर का उद्घाटन किया। यह एक ऐतिहासिक और आधिकारिक डाक टिकट संग्रह लिफाफा है। यह विशेष कवर वैश्विक स्तर पर इस्कॉन की 60वीं वर्षगांठ और संस्थापक आचार्य श्री प्रभुपाद की मॉरिशस यात्रा की 50वीं वर्षगांठ के उपलक्ष्य में जारी किया जा रहा है।
ओम हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतस्य पतिरेकासीत् सदा धारा पृथिवीं व्यामुते मां कस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम यस्य महिमवन्तो महित्वा यस्य समुद्रं रसया सहाहो यस्य मा प्रतिशो यस्य बाहु तस्मै देवाय हविषा विधेम।
We are deeply honored by the gracious presence of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Mauritius, and Mrs. Gokul, the Honorable Ministers, the Deputy High Commissioner of India, our co-GBC, leaders and representatives of various institutions and social-cultural organizations, our esteemed spiritual leaders, members of the media, and all our distinguished guests. Your presence today lends great distinction to this national commemorative program, organized to honor the contributions of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Acharya of ISKON, to the world and in particular to Mauritius. It is especially significant that on this historic occasion, the government of Mauritius, through the Mauritius Post, is recognizing Srila Prabhupada's enduring contributions through the issuance of a special date cover, a lasting acknowledgement of the spiritual and cultural legacy he brought to our island and shared with people across the world. 60 years ago, ISKON was formally incorporated with a profound mission to share the timeless wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita and the teachings of Lord Krishna with the world. What began through Srila Prabhupada's extraordinary vision and tireless efforts has today blossomed into a worldwide spiritual movement, inspiring millions across cultures and nations, including Mauritius. Great Shriniket Das will share his reflections on Srila Prabhupada's visit to Mauritius.
Om Jnana Divinandasya Jnana Gana Salakaya Chaksurimritam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paskacha Deshatarine. Hare Krishna to all of you. My great pleasure to be present amongst you and celebrate this great anniversary. 60 years of ISKON worldwide. 50 years, 51 years now that Prabhupada has arrived in this country in 1975, the end of September. And somehow or other, by some unimaginable good fortune, I was here as part of the team that was supposed to welcome Srila Prabhupada and introduce him to Mauritius. We were only 3 of us, and we didn't have a car, we didn't have a place to stay, we had nothing, we had actually no possessions. And when we got the letter from our head office in Nairobi informing us that Srila Prabhupada is coming to Mauritius, we said, no, please don't send him now. We don't have any facilities for him. How can you receive Prabhupada? We don't even have our own place to stay. We were staying in the temple, the Shivala of Rosebell, in the hall. We had, apart from our own belongings, we had nothing. And now, they said, no, we cannot postpone, you have to receive him. Can you imagine? We had no money also. And it was magic, it was really magic how Krishna arranged for everything for the best possible reception, accommodation, and stay of Prabhupada in Mauritius. Somehow or other, Krishna made our Kenyan god brothers arrange a beautiful villa in Pointe Sab, Pied dans l'eau, beautiful half-acre property where we could receive Prabhupada very comfortably, very pleasant environment, next to the sea, beautiful view, beautiful climate, and we got a car, we got all the facilities, we were able to arrange beautiful programs for Srila Prabhupada. We had a VIP meeting with government officials where we sent out 500 invitations to all the leading citizens of the country. And they all came. That VIP gathering was very special. There were swamis, there were 2 high commissioners, Indian high commissioner, there was the British high commissioner present, there was a couple of ministers were there also. There were a few Muslim people there, a few Christian people there. It was a great success and Prabhupada was very, very pleased. He was actually very pleased. But most pleased he was with the enthusiasm that he saw in the youth that came to have his darshan. He was very inspired. He said, if you want me to come back after I leave, I will come back and help you preach in the Mauritian villages. His program was to go to the village, set up a little place, and do kirtan, do Krishna Katha, and give prasadam. That was his program. He will go from village to village. I will be with you, and I will speak, and you do all the preparations, all the prasadam, all the festivals, all the stuff like this you do. So he was very enlivened, and we thought, wow, this is amazing. Huh? But after his departure to South Africa, things started to slow down, of course. Prabhupada gave a lot of impetus to everyone. But for 4 or 5 years after this visit, till 1980, ISKON Mauritius was practically just dormant. But then, after 1980, all the seeds that Prabhupada had thrown started to sprout. And it was amazing how all of a sudden, like, sham, there was ISKCON Mauritius. We were residing in the White House. Any one of you know this White House? One of the most prestigious buildings in the country at that time. And the White House was packed with new devotees, packed with new Matajis, new men. It was absolutely amazing. And we had to branch out. We got the land at Bonakoi, we got some other properties here and there. And this is what Prabhupada's influence was. Although right at the very moment we couldn't see any development, but as soon as the time was right, Krishna started to make this movement very popular. So right now we have maybe a few thousand initiated disciples. We have thousands of people in our congregation, and we have fulfilled his desire that we go to every town and village of this country and spread the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
At their very first meeting, he received the instruction that would define the rest of his life: to spread the teachings of Krishna consciousness throughout the English-speaking world. Abhay carried that instruction quietly for years through the responsibilities of family and business, until in 1933 he was formally initiated into the ancient Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition. The seed had been planted. The world was about to witness its flowering. In 1944, with nothing but a typewriter and unwavering faith, he began publishing a magazine entirely by himself, writing, editing, printing, and distributing it hand to hand on the streets of Delhi. He called it Back to Godhead. It is published to this day in dozens of languages around the world. By 1959, he had left family life behind entirely. Accepting the sacred, renounced order of sannyasa, he was now known as Srila Prabhupada.
Samsaradava nalalidhaloka Tranaya karunya gana gana tvam.
Working alone, often in poor health, he began translating the Srimad Bhagavatam, India's great scripture of devotion, into English, printing the first volumes with whatever funds he could gather. Then, in August 1965, at 69 years of age, carrying only a trunk of books and a few dollars, Srila Prabhupada boarded a cargo ship, the Jaladuta, bound for America. The crossing nearly cost him his life. Twice at sea, his heart failed him. Yet he held to his mission, and on the 17th of September 1965, the ship reached Boston Harbor. An elderly Indian sannyasi stepped onto American soil alone to fulfill an instruction given to him more than 40 years before. In July of 1966, in a modest storefront on New York's Lower East Side, Srila Prabhupada founded the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKON. America in the mid-1960s was a nation of young people questioning the war, materialism, and the values of their parents' generation, many searching for meaning through psychedelics and Eastern philosophy. When the elderly Swami began chanting Hare Krishna in Tompkins Square Park, this restless counterculture answered the call, and soon young Americans by the hundreds, hippies and seekers alike, were shaving their heads, wearing saffron, and chanting the holy names in the streets, having found in them a high beyond anything drugs could offer. What began with a handful of young Americans chanting Hare Krishna in a city park would, within a decade, become one of the most remarkable spiritual movements of the modern age. In his final years, Srila Prabhupada circled the globe 12 times, crossing 6 continents, planting the seed of Krishna consciousness everywhere he went. More than 800 ISKON temples and centers now stand in over 100 countries on every inhabited continent on earth. And through the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, Srila Prabhupada's own writings have been printed and distributed more than 500 million times in over 80 languages, reaching seekers on every continent. And in Mayapur, West Bengal, the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya, rising 350 feet into the Bengal sky, the temple of the Vedic planetarium will stand as the largest Vedic temple on earth, one of the largest religious monuments of any faith anywhere in the world. From a single storefront to a global spiritual civilization, this is the fruit of one humble sannyasi's faith.
My father wanted me to become like this. Know everything, what is going on. He never wanted me to be a worldly man, earning money.
As ISKON swept across Africa in the 1970s, its light travelled from a modest ashram in Lusaka, Zambia, all the way to the shores of Mauritius. In January 1975, 3 young devotees, Chayavana Swami, Prabhanu Dasa, and Bivakara Dasa, reached the island, carrying little more than a trunk of Srila Prabhupada's books and unwavering faith in Krishna's arrangement. ISKON had arrived in Mauritius. Word spread quickly. Devout Hindus, already familiar with the wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita, welcomed the devotees with open hearts. A centre took root in Quatreborn, where Bhagavata Kathas drew audiences of up to 2,000. 6 months later, the temple moved to Rose Bell, invited by a respected local family. News of this small, devoted community soon reached Prime Minister Sir Sivu Sagur Ramgoolam, who invited Srila Prabhupada himself.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
On the 1st of October 1975, His Divine Grace arrived in Mauritius. Ministers and dignitaries gathered as he lectured for days from the Srimad Bhagavatam, urging food self-sufficiency and God consciousness above all. In a small state like Mauritius, you can make it happen, he declared, envisioning an ideal society guided by the teachings of the Gita. The seed he blessed kept growing. In 1983, their lordships Sri Sri Radha Golokananda were installed in Quatreborn. A year later, ISKON acquired 6 acres of sugarcane fields in Phoenix, land that would become the movement's spiritual heart in Mauritius. The deities moved there on Janmashtami, 1990, marking the island's first national Janmashtami celebration. In 2000, Sri Sri Krishna Balarama arrived at a new temple in Bonacail, and from these 2 sacred centres, the movement's roots spread further still. New temples and centres rising across the island, carrying Srila Prabhupada's vision ever forward. Today, that 50-year journey finds its most glorious expression in the Temple of Unity, rising in Phoenix at the very heart of modern Mauritius. When complete, the temple will be one of the most magnificent Krishna temples in the Southern Hemisphere. 3 golden domes, the tallest crowned by a chakra 34 meters high. Its halls of fine marble carved in the ancient Rajwadi style of Rajasthan. Beyond the temple hall, it will house a gurukula, restaurants, an auditorium, and Vedic shops, a complete world of Krishna consciousness raised through the faith and tireless devotion of the Mauritius Yatra. From a small room in Calcutta to a storefront in New York to a temple rising on an island he visited only once, Srila Prabhupada's mission became the mission of millions. Today, in Mauritius, that mission continues. In every Sunday feast, every Harinama, and every stone laid at the Temple of Unity. One mission, one island, one unwavering faith in the mercy of Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Om Jnana-timirandasya Gyananjanan Shalakaya Shakshuran Militam Jaina Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Gaura Chandra Jaya Deta Chandra Jaya Jai Nitananda Jai Jai Gadadhar Jaya Srinivas Mukunda Vasudeva Jai Haridas Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vayavarcha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Our project leaders, devotees, well-wishers, friends, please accept my respects and the blessings of Lord Sri Krishna. Recently, about 500 guests and well-wishers assembled in New York to celebrate an institutional milestone of ISKON's 60th. Today we have gathered here on this beautiful island. I was just saying, His Excellency, what a beautiful country Mauritius is. To honor the same glorious occasion. And in the coming days, in the coming weeks, there will be similar gatherings from Mexico to Japan, from Moscow to Canada, Australia to South Africa, to reflect on the significance of ISKCON's establishment and formation in July 1966. So from the heart of our exalted teacher, His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, sprung a pure desire to benedict all of humanity with something very special. He wanted to create a safe house, a spiritual sanctity, a place of spiritual sanctity, and he coined this term, ISKON, ISKCON, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. The interesting thing is, when he registered it in 1966, there was no centers, let alone international centers. There was nothing. In his full conviction and faith in Krishna, he registered such an organization. So 60 years in institutional time is fledgling infancy. Yet the institution has the capacity and the capability, and it does today all over the world, to perpetuate its traditional values, and periodically over the last 50 years, from time to time, it produces inspired leaders who do inspirational things and who are able to interpret, adjust, and present the philosophy in foreign lands across the world. India is obviously the cultural homeland, and it remains so. It's the heart of the movement, and it's its global headquarters. Srila Prabhupada set 7 purposes for ISKCON in the Incorporation papers, and it says in those Incorporation papers to systematically propagate, which means by an order, which means it's preset, there's a lot of thought given to it, and he wanted to share spiritual knowledge. He wanted to give spiritual knowledge, he wanted to check the imbalance of human society, and he wanted to achieve real unity and peace in the world. So Vedic knowledge is eternal, it cannot be dated, as we all know. Even mundane knowledge, knowledge that you and I acquire from secular institutions, even that knowledge cannot be dated, because who can say when knowledge first started? So what to speak of Vedic knowledge, which is eternal? ISKCON today is the biggest disseminator of Vedic knowledge and philosophy. Since ISKCON's incorporation, we have distributed 600 million pieces of literature. That means somebody on the earth planet receives one of Srila Prabhupada's books every 3 seconds. ISKCON is a historic fulfillment of a scriptural prediction in the Puranas. So that eternal knowledge that was locked in the Sanskrit language for millions of years, inaccessible to persons who couldn't speak Sanskrit, Srila Prabhupada made it available on every corner of every street in the world. So ISKCON has grown from that single storefront you saw there. Today we have 1,160 temples across the world. It's valued north of $4 billion US. We are represented across every culture, every language, every country, and in almost every capital city of the world, you'll either find a Govinda's restaurant or you'll find a temple. We host over 847 Ratha Yatras. 1896 happens to be the year that Srila Prabhupada was born. By the early 1970s, a headline in the London newspaper read, "Krishna chants startle London." So Srila Prabhupada had done it. He single-handedly transplanted the spiritual seeds from India to the West. Then he returned a healthy plant back to India, which is upright, blossoming, strong stem to the Indian soil, where the teachings of Lord Krishna had become confused for a long time. So in India, we have maybe 85% of the Hare Krishna world is in India. So ISKCON is Srila Prabhupada's gift to the world, and specifically a gift to each one of us, to help us realize and express our full spiritual potential, unlimitedly. It's our spiritual home. In service, we are united in purpose, as you see here in Mauritius. And in purpose, we must remain united to strength and fortify this special gift of ISKCON that Srila Prabhupada gave, to continue building a caring and loving institution that operates on the highest levels of integrity, having genuine concern for those who are more needier than us, having integrity, respect, mutual love, appreciation, encouragement, understanding, fairness, a sense of justice, protection, respect, surrender, and togetherness. This is what builds a great community. And Srila Prabhupada gave us the seeds that can form such a community. Essentially, he taught, and this is very important because the philosophy of Hare Krishna, for those of us who may not be familiar, is fundamentally based on this. Essentially, he taught that the soul is beyond the touch of matter. It's naturally situated in its spiritual form, that you and I are little drops of Krishna, tiny drops of Krishna, non-different. We have the same DNA as the Supreme Lord. That soul is immortal, it's eternally joyful, it's full of knowledge. We need only reclaim that understanding by reading Bhagavad Gita. That we have forgotten our eternal spiritual inheritance. We are super beings because we are part of God. That we are not subject to death, nor are we subject to deterioration. That we are separate and distinct persons. Each one of us has an eternal service in the spiritual world, but somehow the other, we have abandoned that post. We've abandoned that post, like when you leave your home, you feel naturally unhappy. And therefore, our state of unhappiness is because we've abandoned our natural position. And our original position is to be a servant of Krishna, not a servant of anyone else. As you place sometimes medicine in the mouth, that strengthens the entire body. So the soul exerts its influence over the whole body. This is what Srila Prabhupada wanted to share, that there's some reality beyond the person you see in the mirror. And he wrote all of these books to try and explain this. And human birth is special. So in conclusion, Srila Prabhupada designed an ISKCON as an outreach evangelical society to share ancient knowledge that we are not this body, we are part of a different world, and that actually we are trespassing. We are trespassing in the material world, that his ISKCON is the transcendental spaceship that could return us back to our original position. That's why he created the institution of ISKCON. So he got a free boarding pass on a ship, a steamship, and he's given us all free boarding passes. He built a house in which we can all live. That house is ISKCON. It's a safe house. As we celebrate 60 years today, we will in the future celebrate 600 years and 6,000 years. It's destined in the Vedic literature. We're indebted and grateful, and remember this moment with gratitude and humility. Boarding this ISKCON ship could be our last stop in this material world. So we should try and reach out for this boarding pass. Here in Mauritius, we are surrounded by water all around. It's a full circle, 360 degrees. So the 7 purposes that Srila Prabhupada gave us are unchangeable, just like the numbers between 1 and 9. They're all divisible into 360 except the number 7. The 7 purposes of ISKCON. If we stick to those 7 purposes, firm, unchangeable, indivisible, ISKCON will grow and grow and grow. So Your Excellency, Mr. President, and the Deputy Ambassador, and ministers, devotees, and friends, we are indeed very indebted that we could gather on a day like this to reflect and to show gratitude for what Srila Prabhupada has done. May Lord Krishna's blessings be upon you and the beautiful people of this island. May ISKCON continue to fulfill its purpose here. We thank you very much for attending, and may you continue to carry ISKCON in your heart and never abandon her supreme shelter. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Gaur Premanandi. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Grace. May I respectfully request you to remain on stage? Your Grace will launch a pamphlet and a poster commemorating the 60 years of ISKCON.
Now, what they didn't teach me is in this institution is how do you launch a calendar? Raghunath, how do you launch a calendar? Oh, you open it, okay. So this is for next year? It's not for next year. Oh, so this is Srila Prabhupada ki. Wow, look at this. Srila Prabhupada, 1896 to 1977. And there's a founder, Acharya, a Senapati Bhakta. Senapati means the general. Fulfill the prediction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes, indeed. Prativiti Achyata Nagaradi Gram Savatra Prachara Hoive Moranam. He gave the holy name. He authored so many books. And it's fantastic to keep this in your home, to remember the moment we are celebrating today. And Raghunath Prabhu has also got ISKCON's 60th anniversary. He built a house in which the whole world can live. It's a beautiful pamphlet. And Srila Prabhupada's contribution to the whole world, yes. Yes, this is for mass distribution. And please take as many copies. You have copies? Yeah, so we could distribute them. So please take a copy of this, right? Yeah.
May I also request the Honorable Ministers, Ganesh, Junior Minister Damri, His Grace Govardhan Das, Co-GBC, and His Grace Sriniketan Prabhu to please join us on stage for the unveiling. The display before you is an enlarged ceremonial replica of the commemorative special day cover issued by the Mauritius Post to mark the 60th anniversary of the incorporation of ISKCON. we express our sincere appreciation to the government of Mauritius and the Mauritius Post for partnering with ISKON in recognition of Srila Prabhupada's contribution to the world and to Mauritius in issuing this commemorative special day cover. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, Your Graces.
यदि प्रभुपाद न होते तो क्या होता, ये जीवन बहता कैसे। यदि प्रभुपाद न होते तो क्या होता, ये जीवन बहता कैसे। निताय गौरांग की असीम करुणा फैलाते दुनिया में कैसे, फैलाते दुनिया में कैसे, फैलाते दुनिया में कैसे। यदि प्रभुपाद न होते तो क्या होता, ये जीवन बहता कैसे। यदि प्रभुपाद न होते तो क्या होता, ये जीवन बहता कैसे। दुनिया में कितने पापी दुराचारी, शून्यवादी मायावादी, उन सब का उद्धार करता कौन, कौन है सदयनिधि, कौन है सदयनिधि। यदि प्रभुपाद न होते तो क्या होता, ये जीवन बहता कैसे। यदि प्रभुपाद न होते तो क्या होता, ये जीवन बहता कैसे। उन लोगों तक जाता कौन, और कौन बांटता हरि नाम। सभ्य जीवन जिया जाए कैसे, कौन देता ये ज्ञान। दुनिया के हर कोने में अब होती हरि विग्रह की सेवा दिन रात। रथ यात्रा जैसे महाउत्सव करने हमको सिखाता कौन, हमको सिखाता कौन। यदि प्रभुपाद न होते तो क्या होता, ये जीवन बहता कैसे। यदि प्रभुपाद न होते तो क्या होता, ये जीवन बहता कैसे। गीता भागवत चैतन्य चरिता में है अमृत कृष्ण नाम। कौन है आखिर जिसने किया समझना इसको आसान। इतने कष्ट सहकर भी था दिल उदार, जो बांटा सभी में हरि नाम। कौन देता पुरी वृंदावन, मायापुर जैसे धाम, मायापुर जैसे धाम। यदि प्रभुपाद न होते तो क्या होता, ये जीवन बहता कैसे। यदि प्रभुपाद न होते तो क्या होता, ये जीवन बहता कैसे।
I wish that you Jewish manage very nicely and consider that I am dead. You manage in this way, let me travel all the Tirthas. I am thinking in this way. What is your opinion?
Srila Prabhupada, we promise that we'll manage everything to the best of our ability.
No, you are managing, I know, but you are all important men. Unnecessarily, you are wound up. You cannot go. So the Loknath party has got some experience. And let me go.
Sure, Prabhupada, the Buddha
একটু গরম থাকে।
গরম ঠিক আছে?
বেশি মিষ্টি।
Well, Srila Prabhupada, I tell you, I'm getting so upset sitting in the room upstairs. I mean, I was walking around and, two devotees told me this road is so bad that if you go on this road, you're going to be jolted back and forth. The road is terrible. I mean, I just can't understand, Srila Prabhupada, why it has to be tomorrow that we have to go. If anybody wants you to travel, I do. My whole desire is to take you all over the world. I want to take you on Parikrama. But why do we have to go when you're in this condition? I can't understand it.
All right.
Thank you, Srila
I
Prabhupada.
cannot say through all your requests.
And we cannot refuse your request. We will take you all over Tirtha Yatra to all the places, just that you get a little stronger.
That will satisfy you.
Yes, Srila Prabhupada.
You are satisfied.
Now I am, Srila Prabhupada. Yes. I was in too much anxiety.
Here's Lokanath, Srila Prabhupada.
Lokanath, you're coming back?
Yes, we came back from Sankirtan. Yeah, we were in Kirtan in the town, Vrindavan, Loi Bazaar and Banki Bihari Temple, that route.
Oh.
We had a bullock cart filled in with Gurukul school children, and there was a big group of devotees chanting and dancing in front of the cart.
Go.
No, we already did. I announced, and we also had Kirtan. It was very ecstatic. 30-40 devotees came, and it was very, very nice.
I give you idea. I love that.
Yes, I will, Prabhupada.
What is called? Front party.
Front party.
Yeah.
Advanced party.
Advanced party.
They will give us description of the land, and before our going, they will make a camp. Small, big, that doesn't matter. Go to the next camp with Kirtan.
I think some scientists should also come with us, Srila Prabhupada. In case we meet anyone very intelligent, we need a scientific mind to defeat them. Is this true, Dharma, can come with us?
Oh, yeah.
Someone to make numbers.
Yes.
In case we meet any rich people.
Do I come with you, Srila Prabhupada?
You will be the leader. You're the leader of the party.
श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की शिक्षाएं है दुनिया का धन परम। इस धन के आचार प्रचार का किसने किया नियोजन। निताय गौरांगा है प्रेम कल्प वृक्ष, उनसे एक बूंद कृपा की पाने के लिए। जय पताका कर दे सदा रहे आपकी शरण, रहे आपकी शरण। यदि प्रभुपाद न होते तो क्या होता ये जीवन बहता कैसे। यदि प्रभुपाद न होते तो क्या होता ये जीवन बहता कैसे। कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
We will now be inviting His Grace Raghunath Das, co-zonal supervisor of the ISKON Mauritius governing body, to address us on the significance of ISKCON's 60th anniversary celebrations. His Grace Raghunath Das, a disciple of His Holiness Giriraj Swami, has been a pillar in the development of Krishna consciousness, especially in the farm region, for many years. He has demonstrated exemplary leadership in the Food for Life program, dedicated commitment to the organization of weekly Harinam, and through his service as co-zonal supervisor for Mauritius, he continues to inspire and guide devotees in upholding Srila Prabhupada's legacy. I invite His Grace Daya Sindhu Prabhu to offer the garland to His Grace Raghunath Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Alors, il y a un grand l'honneur et privilège pour là, dans sa célébration des 60e anniversaire de nos sociétés, ISKON. Srila Prabhupada, he built a house in which the whole world can live. Alors, Srila Prabhupada, il a une grande la case qui accommode toutes les personnes, tous les dévotés. Moi, je vais faire une présentation en créole parce que nous allons connecter un peu plus, sinon vous allez écouter beaucoup, bien attentivement pour reconnaître qui me peut dire. Alors, ça 60e anniversaire et en même temps, nous pouvons continuer à célébrer le 50e anniversaire de Srila Prabhupada à l'île Maurice. Nous avons commencé l'année passée, nous avons fait beaucoup d'activités, parmi Padiyatra, qui a un grand succès, beaucoup de gens viennent à travers Bandivoti, à travers Srila Prabhupada, ce livre. Alors, ça l'année-là, nous, organisation, un peu plus, parce que nous globalement, nous pouvons célébrer le 60e anniversaire de ISKON, qui n'est pas une simple petite chose. Diamond Jubilee. Alors, 6 décennies depuis Srila Prabhupada, son message, Srila Prabhupada, tout ce qu'il fait donner en pratique, développer, propager, et distribuer à travers le monde. Et beaucoup de fois dans une situation bien difficile, avec beaucoup de challenges, avec beaucoup de difficultés. Alors, nous vraiment happy que 60 bonnes années, ISKON in atteint une position pareille. Beaucoup de fois, nous réalisons que tous les autres religions, on prend milliers, 50, centaines, 400, 500 bonnes années pour get propagated like that. Mais parce que ce mouvement ISKON, les sous, les mercies de Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada, beaucoup de fois, il mentionnait que ce mouvement-là, les Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, ce mouvement, ça. Alors, il est difficile pour empêcher de propager. Bien sûr, comment His Grace Govardhan Prabhu fin mentionné, c'est nous-mêmes nous capables de fight among ourselves, après nous empêcher de propagated. Alors, une chose très très importante que Srila Prabhupada à la fin, il fin mentionné, quelque chose il peut faire ce mouvement-là répandre, c'est intelligence and organization. Ça lien. Et deuxième, si nous avons envie de propager sa mission de Srila Prabhupada, nous besoin coopérer. Et Srila Prabhupada dit, nous vraiment, beaucoup de fois, nous bien contents de Srila Prabhupada, nous bien endettés envers Srila Prabhupada. Mais cette dette-là, mais Srila Prabhupada, qu'il peut expect avec nous? Your love will be shown by how much you cooperate together to maintain the institution. Alors, nos coopérations, les besoins là pour nous capables faire une manière pour que nous capables maintenir, faire cette institution-là, very, very powerful, parce que les Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Seigneur Krishna, sa mission, ça. Seigneur Krishna, ce mouvement, ça. Alors, nos coopérations, sont extrêmement, extrêmement importantes.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine
Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasarine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshakarine
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prasarine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshakarine
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhagavati Sadma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhagavati Sadma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bando Mui Savadana Bhakti
Bando Mui Savadana Bhakti
Bando Mui Savadana Bhakti
Bando Mui Savadana
Jahara Prasade Bhai E Bhavato Viya Jai Yara prasade bhai bhavato miya Krishna prapti hoye jahan hoye ke
Krishna prapti ho
Krishna prapti hoye jahan hoye ke
Krishna prapti ho
Guru mukha padma vakya tiketi koriya kya Guru mukha padma vakya tiketi koriya kya Arana kori ho mane acha
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 Shri Guru charane rati aise utamangati
aise utamagati
Shri Guru charane rati aise utamangati Ye prasade pure sarva asa
De prasade pure sarva